Good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. It is 9 p.m. on Monday, and it is cold. You know, we issued this 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert last week for the really cold air that was going to be coming in on Sunday. On Saturday, we got up to 70 degrees in the afternoon. And then on Sunday, our afternoon temperatures were only in the 40s, but it felt like it was in the 20s. Then this morning, we woke up to a low temperature here in Atlanta of 20 degrees. So we went from 70 degrees on Saturday afternoon to 20 degrees here on Monday morning. That's a 50-degree drop in temperatures just in a relatively short amount of time. We have one more really cold night ahead. It is cold out there right now, but it's not going to be as cold overnight tonight and in the morning. We're looking for lows to be around 26 degrees here in the morning. That's better than the 20, but still 26 degrees is very cold. So that's why we're still holding on to this 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert through Monday morning around 9 o'clock. We'll let this expire because that's when we'll get back above freezing, and that's also when we're going to begin the warm up with high temperatures tomorrow afternoon that are going to be in the 50s. So here's what we're watching through 9 in the morning, the 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert, as we are back in the 20s, but at least not as cold as this morning. And when I'm talking about our low getting down to 20 degrees, that was in the city. We had a lot of teens in the outlying areas and enough wind this morning to give us a wind chill that was in the single digits. So yes, tomorrow morning is going to be cold, just not as cold as it was this morning. You definitely need to bundle up out there tonight as well as early tomorrow morning before that warm up moves back into our area. Now, I want you to take a look at this calendar, and it's almost like we need an asterisk on this day for 61 because that high of 61 degrees actually happened overnight Saturday into Sunday when we still were relatively warm out there. And then the cold air came in. So the afternoon temperatures here on Sunday were actually in the 40s, which was below average. But for the record, excuse me, Sunday's actually going to be an above average day, thanks to those overnight temperatures with those highs that happened overnight. So what you're looking at on this map, all of these temperatures here for the first almost week and a half that have the blue background, those are the days that we had below average temperatures. Then it got up to above average on the 10th, then back to below average on the 11th, above average on the 12th and the 13th, and then that cold air came in during the day on Sunday after it was 61, and then today's high was 45. Tomorrow, we're going to be up to around 53 degrees, which is still going to be below the average, but at least warmer than it was out there for today. And then we'll be back to the upper 50s going into Wednesday, and then cooling back down briefly, actually warm on Thursday in the 60s, then cooling back down briefly here on Friday when we go into the lower 50s after another front comes through. But that'll be a really short-lived little cool spell there. So we're going to be cold through Tuesday morning as we return to the 20s here to start the day. We'll experience the warming beginning on Tuesday, and then for the next couple of days after that, warming up just a little bit more. Now, even though we are talking about warming up, that doesn't mean it's going to be hot. So you still need to use the coat, just at times maybe not as thick of a coat as we had here for your Sunday and early this morning. Now, take a look at the satellite and radar imagery. It looks like nothing's going on here because, that's right, nothing is going on at all. This is actually a loop showing any clouds around, which we don't have. This would normally show rain around, which we do not have. Nothing in Atlanta. We have clear skies, no clouds around at all. And then even as we zoom out around the southeast, there's a big area of high pressure over us. You see some of the clouds over the Atlantic, and maybe just a couple of clouds trying to build in northern Kentucky, back into Arkansas, here, also into Missouri, a little bit more of that back into Texas, but no moisture, really. The air is not only cold, but it's also very dry. So here is a live look right now at our tower cam. That is up in the Blue Ridge area. We'll get a closer look at that right here, and you can see, of course, the Christmas and holiday lights are on, looking good. But let me tell you, it is cold up in Blue Ridge, colder than it is here in Atlanta. We're going to see temperatures there, teens possibly in some spots in the morning hours up in the mountains. So nice and holiday looking there. And also right now up in Rome, in northwest Georgia, not much of a breeze, a little bit of a breeze here and there. So that really helps us at least not have as much of a wind chill out there tonight as we had last night too. So at least the winds have calmed down a little bit. You see that flag just blowing a little bit too, but clear skies up in Rome as well. And then this is our view from our tower cam there in, this is right over the line in DeKalb County, right on the DeKalb and Fulton County line on Arizona Avenue, looking westward toward the city. Beautiful skyline, clear sky, just a really nice night out there. So here is the official high for today, 45 degrees. Now the average high for this time of year, 56. So as you can see, we were way below the average. Our low this morning was 20. We should be around 39 for an average low for this time of year. We're actually going to see these lows staying below average for the next few days, even though they're not going to be as bad. Now, you would think getting down to 20 degrees would be close to a record for today's date, but no, it's been a lot colder on today's date. The record is 11. That was set in 1901. So we are, even though it was cold out there, we were about 9 degrees away from the record. Still watching that rainfall deficit go up to almost 6 3/4 inches below where we should be in rainfall for the year. So here's a look at what we're watching with those temperatures for today. I know the lowest you see here is at 4 in the morning when it was 21 degrees. It actually around 4:20 dropped down to 20 degrees. So that was the low for today there between 4 and 5. Then it was 22 for a bit this morning. Then we started moving up, and even though we started climbing up a little bit, still we just topped off there in the mid-40s at 45. Then the sun went down. And you can see how these temperatures are cooling once again. We're in Atlanta holding at 36, but there are a lot of areas outside this city that are colder than that. Even a lot of cities that are already in the 20s right now. So a very frigid night here once again. We're 36 in Atlanta, holding on to some of that warmth here in the city. Urban heat island effect, we often call it that, where the city has more concrete, buildings holding on to more of that heat. It takes a little bit longer for that heat to radiate. Although outside the city and in more rural areas, that's where those temperatures can cool off a lot faster. 27 in Peachtree City. We have 28 in Carrollton, 28 also in Canton. Now still holding in the 30s in Marietta, just at freezing in Marietta, as well as in Rome. And then more of those 20s up in Dalton, also in the Blairsville area, and Blue Ridge, where we showed you that live camera a little while ago. Clayton, you're in the 20s there too. So a really chilly night. Now watch what happens overnight. We're going to see our temperatures falling. This model is showing 28. I really think we're going to drop to 26 here in Atlanta. So expect those temperatures mid-lower 20s early tomorrow morning, and then the warming begins. By lunchtime, we'll be up to around 46 degrees, and that will already be warmer tomorrow at lunch than we were today in the middle of the afternoon when we had our highest temperature of 45. So we'll already be at lunchtime tomorrow warmer than we were out there this afternoon. And then these temperatures continue to climb, going up to around 54 degrees, 53, 54 here in the afternoon hours tomorrow. And then cooling back down, going into Wednesday morning, we'll be around the freezing mark. So I think we'll stay above the 30 degree mark here for Wednesday morning. Most places generally lower 30s, maybe some upper 20s in some spots. So the morning temperatures are also going to start moderating just a little bit too. So here's the breakdown for the day here on Tuesday. We start off at 26 degrees, and then we'll see some big jumps in those temperatures during the morning hours. We go to 39 at 10, 49 at noon, then we top off at about 55 degrees here in the afternoon hours. And we're going to have a lot of sunshine around. It is dry, not a lot of humidity. The dew points are really low. You might be putting on lip balm, lotion on your dry skin because the air is so dry out there. So here's the forecast track, just like the satellite picture showed you here. No clouds around, no rain around our area at all here during the late night hours. Tomorrow, still a dry day and a sunny day. Nothing showing up here on the forecast track at all. Wednesday, we start seeing a few more changes where a few more clouds are going to start building in and blocking out the sunshine at times. We'll call it partly cloudy. Still, these clouds will not be giving us any rain during the day here on Wednesday, but we are going to start watching here. So what's happening is we have more of a southerly flow that is starting to warm things up a little bit and beginning to transport a little more moisture our way too. So on Thursday, generally mostly cloudy skies. I'm not overly concerned about big time rain chances. Later in the day on Thursday, we'll see some of these showers that are going to start developing for those afternoon hours and into the evening hours too. We've got about a 40% chance of seeing some of those. I don't think it'll be an all-day rain event, but just a few of those scattered showers are going to be pushing in. The European model holds back on the beginning of that rain a little bit. The first one I showed you was the GFS, and that's starting to bring that moisture in a little bit earlier on Thursday. This model, though, on Thursday, this is at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's not even showing up here in Atlanta yet, but it's to the north and west of us. So let's just say second half of the day on Thursday is the better chance of seeing some of that rain. Now, what we're going to have to watch will be whether or not we will see any development of thunder or lightning. There's the potential to have rumbles of thunder and flashes of lightning, although I don't expect anything to turn severe with this based on what we're seeing right now. But this is something we'll be monitoring and watching going over the next couple of days. But just expect some showers that'll be moving through, especially later in the day. And then we're going to hold on to a low rain chance early on Friday. But I'm really thinking that's going to be kicking out of here pretty early in the day, and then we're going to dry out. Now, this is an association with a cold front. So before that front gets here, and as we're tracking that rain moving toward us, we're thinking on Thursday, we're going to get up into the 60s for highs when we're seeing some of those showers moving through. Then on Friday, we're going to pop back down into the lower 50s for highs. Just some brief cooling with that front coming through, and after that rain moves out. Then we start warming up again into the weekend, moving back up into the 60s, and only slight chances of rain going into Sunday and also into Monday. So for right now, staying dry Tuesday and Wednesday, rain chances Thursday at 40%, then back to 30% Friday, but that will be really early. I really think most of the day on Friday is going to be dry, and then Saturday looks dry too with some of that warmer air moving in. Now, the models have been differing a little bit. Earlier, the American model was going about a ½ inch, and the European model also going about a ½ inch. But for some reason, the American model has come back down to some lower amounts here, even though those models that I showed you here looked pretty impressive with some of the rain coming in. I'm sticking with the European for now. I think it'll be about a ½ inch or so once that system moves in Thursday into early on Friday. So here's a look at those temperatures. You know, you've been feeling the cold air that started moving in on Sunday. Cold air is still with us right now. It'll be with us in the morning. Then the warm-up will begin. We'll see this milder air beginning to push in from the west as that wind is going to shift, more of a southerly and westerly flow here for your Tuesday. And then look at Wednesday, still more mild air here also into Thursday. Here's the thing we'll watch for Friday. Remember, we've got that rain chance Thursday into Friday, then we dry out, and that's going to be behind this front here. Brief cooling on Friday, dipping back down to the lower 50s, but that's not going to stick around very long at all. This is just going to be brief before we get mild again on Saturday into Sunday with those temperatures that are going to go back up into the 60s here heading into the weekend. So look at how these morning lows start moderating a little bit. 26 Tuesday, then just above freezing Wednesday. 40s for lows Thursday and Friday before going back to 35 on Saturday. And then our high temperatures, they start coming up to, today was 45, tomorrow's going to be 55, then 58 Wednesday, 63 Thursday when we have some of those showers. Brief dip down back to 52 before we go back to those lower 60s here heading into Saturday. So here's how everything times out on our 7-day outlook. And you can see what we're watching here with that 11 Alive weather impact alert still in effect early on Tuesday before it expires at about 9 o'clock in the morning. Then we'll see temperatures up to 55, plenty of sunshine. Wednesday, a few more clouds and 58. Even a few more clouds Thursday, 63 for a high. We'll have some of those showers scattered around. Ending early on Friday with that dip in the temperature at 52. Then Saturday, looking dry. Sunday, just a 20% chance for a shower. We'll hold on to the 20% chance for a shower Monday as well. And just know that's kind of far out. We'll be fine-tuning that forecast for those rain chances there going into Sunday and Monday. We'll let you know if we need to take them out or maybe make them increase a little bit more. So yes, we still have some ups and downs in those temperatures, just nothing as drastic as what we had going from Saturday into Sunday and early on Monday. These are going to be just kind of more, a few degrees or so up and down, or maybe 10 or so degrees with those ups and downs through Friday, and then back up there into the 60s for the weekend. So we hope you enjoyed this extended weather outlook here on 11 Alive Plus and Weather Impact 24/7. We'll have another update for you coming up tonight at 11 o'clock here on 11 Alive News as well as 11 Alive Plus. We hope you have a great night.